Yeah, okay. Just so we can get a little bit of context on like how everything that was going down. I'm sure they're gonna show it too. So I'll tell you what. Let's watch this one first, and then y'all can we can watch the Atozi video on him, and you guys can sort of see what went down. You get me? Well, let's do that.
Alright, so we have massive updates regarding the nuisance streamer Vitaly. First of all, we have the arrest footage of when he was picked up at the hotel. We have the footage of him being brought to the station. And on top of that, I was able to talk to a Filipino lawyer.
Just like the TLDR, basically. For now, we'll watch the video where where it shows everything he was doing. But basically, he decided to go to the Philippines to become the next Johnny Somalia. Like it almost damn near seems like he tried to take a page right out of the guy's book.
Who explained to me what is next for Vitaly, and it is not looking good. But first, let's start with the arrest footage.
Supposedly, he was gonna try to escape the Philippines before they actually caught him. I guess he didn't leave fast enough. I wish we had the audio. But I wonder, is this footage from Vitaly's like homeboys that are like helping him out over there, or is this like a police officer's like body cam? If anybody's from the Philippines, do they know are these guys like actual police? Like, is this the police uniform? Cause I'm just saying, cause bro's in Crocs right on the left. I don't know if y'all noticed bro's in Crocs. So I'm just like wondering, is this like security? Is this actually police? Are they like the detainees? Some people told me that this is actually immigration. Yeah, and you'll see he basically like just try to like speed run the harassments too. Even going as far as to try to harass a freaking like a security guard or like a police officer by pretending to steal his bike. But like you could tell that people were like not having it. Like it's like he failed at being a nuisance streamer. It's freaking hysterical. You'll see. Well, I gotta show you the clips too. It's freaking so funny. Imagine Johnny Somali, but nobody reacted the way he wanted them to. You get what I'm saying? I love that he was talking mad smack, like, I'm gonna leave before they catch me, before anything real happens.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that he also got banned on Kick. And at the...
Let's go, baby! Another Eddie W. Eddie, my boy, I was gonna come out and say something. Let's freaking go. W. Eddie. Let's go. W. Kick. Absolutely. I'm gonna be real with you. I understand and I totally support the fact that Kick wants to be the sort of like, hey, we're like Twitch, but we're less strict. You know, we can da 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 da. We're like Kick, but we're like Twitch, but we're gonna be less strict. We're gonna be less harsh. We're gonna be more fair. Yada 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 yada. Awesome. The problem is that you need to like, no matter how like cool you want to be. You get what I'm saying? There has to be a limit. And if you keep allowing these like nuisance streamers to keep doing this, very soon, sooner or later, Korea, Japan, China, Philippines, they're going to ban not the streamers, they're gonna ban Kick. They're gonna ban Kick. And you're gonna lose out on all that, into the entirety of all those audiences. Kick has so much more to lose than the actual streamers. Vitaly has nothing to lose. He already has nothing. He has no career. The only time he had a genuinely good career was back when he used to do prank videos. I tried to be supportive when he was doing the whole Pred Hunter stuff. Like, he was trying to be like the Chris Hansen of Kick, which was awesome. But then all of a sudden he started punching them and started doing other stuff that like basically allowed them to get out of jail free, which is like, bro, stop. And now he's doing this. Now that he has no audience, now that he freaking has no career, he decides to go be a nuisance streamer. What the hell were you thinking, brother? This was really your next best thing? Your next best idea was this. Wow. Not to mention, I haven't even mentioned the fact that this guy, Vitaly, if you do not know, got incredibly freaking high on mushrooms or some other drug. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then he went out to find a random woman, a stranger, who happened to be jogging at night, pinned her down, and then started pummeling and beating her in the face relentlessly. He was charged and arrested for that. When interviewed, the woman said she had never met him before in his life. He literally just decided to find a woman and beat the crap out of her. That's literally a real thing. Actual charges were made. And now that his entire career is down the drain, he comes back to do this. Because he knows he's never going to be able to do another freaking like career on the website, on the internet.
And he effectively destroyed his
Kick has everything to lose. Sorry, how should I do this? Kick has everything to gain by kicking him off the platform. And nothing to lose by banning him. They have nothing to lose by banning him, and everything to gain by banning him, because it sort of puts a message out to other Kick streamers like, hey, if you're gonna be a live streamer or you're streaming like in public, that's fine, that's alright. If you're gonna be doing pranks, as long as they're not freaking hurting anybody, as long as you're not actually like, you know, being a douche about it, because trust me, there's plenty of pranks that you can pull that's like, who was it that did that prank actually? I can't remember who it was, but there's like this prank where he like, there's a guy carrying some luggage from like an airport, and he would just go up to a random person and be like, hey, excuse me, do you know how to get to this place? I can't find this hotel. And in the middle of that conversation, no joke, a midget, a dwarf, whatever you want to call it, jumps out of a bro's suitcase and just sprints off, just takes off and like, I'm free, just running away. And the guy's like, what the hell? And he chases after his freaking escaped dwarf, and it's like, what the hell's going on? And then of course the person's like, what just happened? It's like that. Those are the kind of pranks that are hysterical. Nobody's getting hurt. You're not harassing anyone. It's just funny to see the reaction when they're like, did I just really see a freaking dwarf pop out of bro's suitcase and run away? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? You can do stuff like that. Nobody's telling you not to go do pranks. Y'all just taking shit too far. And sooner or later, you're gonna get the platform in trouble too. Like, Somali is just the bare minimum of what can happen to the actual person doing the crimes. Imagine when Korea or Japan decides, you know what, Kick is just not worth the hassle. You're just banned completely in entirety from this country. No Kick. Kick is not allowed to be played here. It's not allowed to be recorded here. Just completely ban the site altogether. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
So now we are going to take a look.
Who cares what happens to Somali?
Police station, and then I'll give you guys the legal update.
Are you inspired by Vitaly Sodorovetsky? Yes. Yeah. Good evening. Okay, here is your Miranda rights. Okay, sir. You have the right to remain silent.
This is literally them reading him his Miranda rights. Look at this freaking look at this freaking dude's like little smirk.
Anything you say can be used against you in any court of law. Sure. Okay. You have the right to counsel at your own.
I do gotta say though, I do love, and this is way too early on. Like, chances are they're just gonna deport him, and that's it. You know, he could easily get away without any consequences here. If they jail him, that'll be a good message. That'll be a phenomenal message to everybody. Don't come to the Philippines to mess around. But I do like that, just like Johnny Somalia, he starts with the smirks and the ha-ha-has because he feels like he can still get away with it, you get me? Let's see though, we'll find out.
Choice. Okay? If you cannot afford the counsel, the government will be provided for you at government expense. You understand, right? Yes.
Why is it that they always go to countries where the people there are always incredibly respectful, timid, and typically like,
he's trying to show
let's say less confrontive about like little nuisances, let's say. Whereas here, like for example, in America, if you're being a bit of a nuisance to somebody, there's a good chance they'll yell at you. If you really like just annoyed, you know the classic stuff. Somebody in the movie theater won't shut the hell up, and they keep talking even after somebody asked them politely to shut up. And next thing you know, you get clocked in the face. It's like, you know what? I'd rather just knock you unconscious, and I can enjoy the rest of my movie. You get me? That's America. But in other places, it's just not quite the same culture. You typically keep your hands to yourself. You get me?
He's not nervous, and it's all fun and games. But
just like you don't see them doing this in Detroit.
Royally screwed up.
Yes, we will put it here.
Miranda rights. Okay, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything
No, they go to places that typically want tourism and want tourists, so they kind of have a little bit more leniency. Which sucks, because like me and Chaos, for the longest time, have talked about wanting to go to Japan. Now it's almost a freaking like nightmare, like even thinking about going over there, because the last thing I want to do is go over there and be like, oh, I can't take pictures here, I can't do this there, because you know I don't want to come off as offensive or think that I'm a streamer or think that I'm doing this or that and the other. It's like,
I'm
oh.
not a lawyer, so I don't know what I'm talking
Even though
about.
I would personally love to like record stuff while I'm over there, of course I would. But now there's this fear of like, are people gonna judge me harshly for streaming and recording while I'm there? You know?
Law, but I was able to get in contact with a lawyer in the Philippines, and this is what they had to say. As far as I know, the police haven't officially charged him yet. Expect to drop either within the day, it's 1 p.m. here, or tomorrow. The charges will be unjust vexation, alarms and scandal, as well as theft. As for the legal process, he's currently detained by the Immigration BI in their detention facility. A deportation proceeding will be initiated against him within the coming months. The deportation proceedings will run concurrent with the expected criminal case to be filed against him. He can
we'll see it later on in the other video, but for those who don't know, the alarms and scandal one specifically is because he would go into the middle of nowhere, in the Philippines, they basically have like flood warning alarms. They have like a lot of different like warning alarms like throughout the neighborhoods, very very loud. And he would go and press the freaking alarm and like wake up the entire freaking neighborhood because it's like a fire alarm or like a flood warning, you know, tide or like tsunami, whatever it happens to be. It's an emergency alarm.
Request for temporary release through a cash bond, but it's completely discretionary.
And he recorded all of it.
Part of the bureau.
He recorded all his own evidence for the case.
Often wait for the outcome of the criminal case before finalizing deportation proceedings, unless the foreign national is deemed a threat to public safety or national security. He will also be required first to serve whatever penalty he acquires from the judgment of the courts. As well, he said.
Let's go, Philippine Pino W. Shout out to all my Pinos out there. Let me tell you something. That's crazy. What that basically means is that, firstly, he's not going to be allowed to leave the country until the court proceedings are done. Basically, he's in the Johnny Somali situation. He's going to be there. He's going to be homeless. Unless he's willing to spend all the money he has left on just hotels and stuff. Or he's gonna have to rely on the kindness of the people in the Philippines. Possibly the guy that was helping him out recording stuff. So he's gonna have to live in with him. And basically just wait until the court proceedings like goes through. Filipino, I'm just gonna say this right here from actual Pinos that I've spoken to. Filipino court proceedings, like the system, travels very slowly. Very, very slowly. This could be a very bad thing for him. Who knows whether he's gonna go the Johnny Somali route of like trying to get into more trouble by doing more streaming to get more money, you get me? But we'll see. However, very distinctly, they're saying that whatever charges he gets, so if they give him prison, whatever prison it is, a year, 2 years, he has to serve that first. Then he'll be allowed to be deported. W. Pinos. Let's go.
Security. He will also be
sends a strong message. Nah, because you need to slap these dudes on the wrist hard as hell. You can't, otherwise they're never gonna learn. It's not just about him, it's a message to all the other people who are thinking about doing it.
Bureau of Immigration, they absolutely hate him. She said he was an unrepentant and smug during the interrogation, so they are now going to throw the book at him. And then he sent me the link to the arrest and the interviews, which I'll show you in just a moment. Also, I got some information from another source. I can't confirm it for a fact yet, but because he did gambling in the Philippines, which apparently is illegal, he could face up to 8 years in prison because he has several streams where he was gambling. So that is worth noting as well. It's also worth
I would like to know whether he was gambling, like electronically gambling, or if it was like at a place.
mentioning where Vitaly is being held right now and will most likely spend the next couple months or years. It's called Camp Bagong in Diwa, and that's in Taguig. And this place is known for not being the best place, honestly.
I'm gonna give it my best shot. Ready? Camp Bagong Diwa. Bagong Diwa. Yeah? Yes or no? Pinos? Let me know.
We do have some footage of
In the comments,
inside
please,
the
let me know.
prison. So I just want to show you this footage so you can fully appreciate how this guy that had everything at some point, he was on top of the YouTube game several years ago, at this point decades, he decided to throw it all away for clout and is now going to spend the most horrible months or years of his life. Take a look at footage of the jail. So there's actually not that much footage available. This journalist looked like she stayed in the entrance area, which honestly didn't look that bad. But I was able to find footage of when there was a fire. Now, keep in mind, there was just a fire, so it looks a lot worse than how it usually is. But it truly showcases the conditions of the cells and the layouts. And
Yeah, I can only imagine they probably don't want the layout of the place out there on the internet, you know what I mean?
this place looks not fun, to be honest.
Wait, is this like a super jail? Is this like one of those Mexican super jails?
Especially when you look at this picture, you can imagine
Those are the jail
conditions
cells.
that Vitaly will be facing. It's not looking good for him, man. He would have been way better off just staying at home and forgetting that the internet exists, or just continue to do his catches. At least people were enjoying that, and he wasn't getting himself in too much trouble. Now,
I love you, there's too much trouble. He got in trouble because he started beating up on the guys. Like,
Vitaly probably told himself, I've seen Johnny Somali do it in Japan. He didn't get any real consequences. I've seen him doing in South Korea, and so far he didn't go to jail. So I'm assuming Philippines will be the same, and that was his biggest mistake. I knew right off the bat that Philippines was not a country to mess around with, because I used to watch Banged Up Abroad, where you have smugglers that try to import stuff in several countries, and Philippines always gave one of the harshest sentences. They
not
do
only that, bro, but honestly, a lot of the times in the Philippines, it's, how do I say this? It's not unknown and not uncommon for there to be vigilante justice. Let's just say. You get what I'm saying?
not
But he
mess
was in a
around with
very,
crime.
but he, to
Now,
be
before I
fair,
wrap up,
he was
I just-
literally in like the Beverly Hills, like he was in a very, very safe, very, very fancy part of the Philippines, like very,
wanna
very
let
fancy.
You guys know that the legendary
safe.
dude that confronted Vitaly the other day, I was able to get his contact info.
Mainly because it's like one of those like tourist attraction areas. You get what I'm saying? Where they're like really, really trying to get tourists to come down to that
Because when
area.
I first saw the video, there was no link to his channel or his name, but now I have his channel name. His channel is called Unlock Philippines, and he already got over 1,000 subscribers in less than a day. So the link to his channel will be in the description. Make sure to go over there and show him some love. Besides that, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 100K, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Phenomenal video. Absolutely love it.
All right, so we
I'ma
have
drop a like, I'ma
massive
drop a sub.
updates regarding the
I'm already subbed. I'm gonna share this on the Discord. Please go check them out. 50 Minutes of Shame is freaking phenomenal. Very straightforward, very cool videos. Thanks for hanging out. Like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and become a Monodachi today! I live stream all day, Monday through Friday, so go say hi! That's all for now, Monos. Goodbye, and thanks for swinging by. Salut!